Namaskar. So today I have come with one request from all my friends and my students who are asking me to make a video on spoken English. Now I have a very personal view on spoken English. That is, what do you mean by spoken English? See, a language, we don't have spoken Bengali. We never hear of spoken German, spoken French, spoken Hindi, spoken Urdu. But we hear about spoken English. Why? Because English is a language that has won, or rather conquered, the global stage to speak. Why? Because it is a language which is used in every office. It is a formal mode of communication. And irrespective of your lingual origin, that is your vernacular or your mother tongue, you have to develop a command on English, rather on spoken English, if you want to excel in the professional field. So in this regard, each one of us, irrespective of our professional origin, whether you are a teacher, an engineer, a doctor, an entrepreneur, whatever you are, you need to have a proper command over the language English, right? So from this perspective, English requires a spoken version so that everyone can communicate effectively with the people around. Now my friends who are now appearing for interviews or who are actually trying to get jobs, they often tell me that how to speak good English because we are getting rejected because we cannot speak good English. It is a misfortune, because we should not be judged by a language which is not our mother tongue. We claim that we are independent, but still we are still under this post-colonial impact of reigning under the aegis of a language. But what to do about that? You cannot change the system, so you have to change yourself. How to do it? I have brought a few points which I think will be effective for you in order to master spoken English. I have a grave objection to this term spoken English, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. There is nothing called spoken English. It is about English which you need to speak correctly, because no other language is having this kind of a fragment or sub-figment that spoken Bengali, spoken Hindi or whatever. There are 4 skills attached to any language. What are these 4 skills? LSRW: listening, speaking, reading and writing. So first you have to listen. Okay, as you are listening, make your ears like a sieve tube. What is a sieve? You know, chakni that you use in the kitchen, from where the tea leaves are caught in the net and the tea falls down, it oozes into the cup. So that is the sieve. Your ears should be like sieves. They should have the capacity to take what it wants and to leave out what it doesn't want. Selective. Selectivity is very important. What to hear, what not to hear. You can listen to BBC News, you can listen to CNN News, you can listen to some good inspirational videos where the English is very good, like those by Gaur Gopal Das, by Sadhguru. Yes, you will tell me that, ma'am, these are not English oriented videos, but yes, they are speaking very good English. You can use them as the basic stepping stone to learning the language. V.K. Shivani, right? So first, listen. Develop a habit of listening to the language, because if you are not listening to the language, you will not be able to reproduce the language in either written or oral form. Why are you so fluent in Bengali? Or so to speak, if you are a Hindi speaker, then why are you so fluent in Hindi? Because you have grown up listening to the words of Bengali and Hindi. But coming to English, it is not the case. We are not acquainted with English, with Bengali or Hindi as much as we are with, we are not as much acquainted with English as we are with Bengali and Hindi. So your first motto should be to listen. Okay. Now second is LSRW, but I will put S at the end. Reading. Develop a habit of reading. Now what to read? Now the first thing that I will suggest, please read selected articles from newspaper. You don't need to gorge on the entire newspaper every day, because you are going to run out of interest after a few weeks or maybe after a few days. Okay, so I will suggest that you select a few genre of interest. Maybe you are a movie maniac, maybe you love sports, maybe you love politics, maybe you love business. Just read that page religiously. The stock of words that you are going to gain will propel will propel your confidence multifold and help you reach your goal. Another book that I will suggest, which is recommended by all the people who are speaking on this topic and who have developed a good command on English language in a very short tenure, is Word Power Made Easy by Norman Lewis. It is a book which is available on Flipkart. It is a book of red cover, hardbound, and the video which I have shared with you, you will also see that the girl who was speaking there, she has also recommended this book. I myself have followed the book and it is very, very effective. Now the trick about this book is that it is not a conventional book that you read and you gather knowledge from. It is a book that you work with. You are basically like you are practicing sums, algebra, arithmetic, excuse me. Like you are practicing sums, you are actually, this is a workbook where you are practicing English. They will give you many words and then they will ask you questions from those words, so that you are in this constant trial and error method of grasping new words. It is not like a dictionary where you get many words, or a synonym antonym handbook where you get many words and then after some time you forget. No. They will take you through this journey where you will learn, you will drop, you will again pick up. They will take you through this journey. Right? So after this first newspaper and then Norman Lewis, Word Power Made Easy. Right? After this, the next thing is writing. Please make a habit of writing. Now, how to write, what to write. You are already doing many writing skills for exam purpose, but trust me, that is not enough to develop a proper command over the spoken part of the language. You need to write out what you feel. Like they say in feminist literature, you need to write with your body. You need to write with your soul. It is not like writing an essay on a rainy day, or writing an essay on, say, any topic which is very common for the examination purpose. No. You need to develop a strong command over how to express what is going on in your mind. So you can keep a diary where you will do two things. Whenever you are getting a new word, say from the newspaper, say from listening to the news, say from wherever you wish to. So you have to be very receptive. Your antenna always have to be working, actional, functional. Your antenna needs to be active and functional. They will always catch the words, the new words. And the immediate reaction will be, come back home, see the dictionary, see the Google. Find the meaning, note them down in the diary. Once you start engaging yourself through this process, you will see your vocabulary increasing by leaps and bounds without the help of any mentor. So make a diary where you will jot down the new words. Maybe with just a hint of the meaning. It's not possible to write down the meanings. And apart from that, practice writing diary. Write a page of a diary every day. Today maybe you went to class, you did not like the way your teacher spoke to you, or you liked the way your friends spoke to you. Write about it. You should write about it. There is a very famous saying by P.K. Sarkar, whose name you must all have heard. What is that? If you want to learn good English, don't only speak in English. Think in English, dream in English, live in English. This is the sentence that changed my life. Think in English, dream in English, live in English. It is not enough to speak in English, to read in English, to write in English. You have to think in English. You have to dream in English. So when you are going through this process of enriching your capacity of speaking in English, you have to imbibe the language in your soul. You have to understand that it should become a part and parcel of your constitution if you want to reproduce it orally. Otherwise, you will be at a loss of words. Right? Number one, remember something. What is the major problem faced by students or speakers when they are choosing to speak in English? They are grappling for words. Maybe I want to say, Amar mathata bon bon kore ghurche. What will happen? The people will obviously say, my head is, and then they are going to start grappling. Bon bon kore ghurche, what is going to be the English? Some people with a medium vocabulary will say, penning, Some with a better vocabulary will say aching, but none of them actually suit the actual translation of bon bon kore ghurche. It is actually twirling or swirling. So for this you need to know these words. How will you know these words? You have to take yourself through this process of collecting the words. Like in the games you collect the coins, you collect the extra points, right? So instead of collecting those points on Facebook games, devote the time to collect the words. Like I knew a person who was very good in English. He told me that words are moving in the air. You have to catch the right word at the right time to fit in. So words are moving in the air. You have to catch the right word. For that you need to extend your vocabulary. You need to enrich your vocabulary. What I did as a student was I broke up the A.S. Horn by Oxford English Dictionary into 4 parts. A to D, E to J, K to M and the rest. And I used to carry this in the metro because I was traveling 2 hours every day during my college days. So during my journey to university and during my journey back from university, I used to read those thin portions. It is not possible to carry a dictionary. So I used to carry the thin divisions and I read the words again and again. Do you think today I know all the words of the dictionary? No. But I know at least a few. Because I put in that effort, I know at least 40%. But if you are not putting in that effort, you will not be able to gain even 4%. It is not possible to memorize the entire dictionary. But yes, I can assure you, if you are going through this vigorous process of enriching your vocabulary, 40% knowledge will help you eliminate 40% that you don't know. I had a question in one of the exams. I was asked, what is the synonym of adroit? Now I did not know the meaning of the word adroit, right? And I was grappling like you all, what is the meaning? But you know what happened? 4 options were given. I knew the meaning of the 3 options. And I knew that these 3, they are meaning the same thing. And only one word I don't know. That can mean different. Because those 3 words mean the same. That is how I got the answer correct. So from my 40% knowledge, I could at least eliminate what I did not know. I could tackle what I did not know. So never underestimate the value of hard work. So please develop this habit of keeping a diary where you are going to jot down the new words, right? Next is, there is a very important saying that consume English. What is meant by consume English? I would rather rephrase inhale English. Try to imbibe it in your soul, as I was telling you. Make it a part of the constitution. Now many people I have heard saying, বন্ধুদের সাথে কথা বল ইংলিশে, তাহলে দেখবি ইংলিশটা শিখতে পারবি. See, these things don't work out. These are not good ideas. Because when we speak with our friends, I think it should not always be a purposeful conversation. Friendship is not only for, garnering purposes. Yes, we should have some constructive fruits drawn from every friendship. But when we talk to friends, especially in the school level, what is our first vibration? Let's share what happened. So it's not always possible to remember that I have to speak in English, I have to improve myself. Then they say that amar barite omuk khub bhalo English bole, I will make you speak with that person every day. How long and how far? Everyone is engaged in his own work. Speak with yourself. Make yourself your mentors. Stand in front of the mirror every day and speak with yourself. Choose any topic under the sun and start speaking. So now it is Sushant Singh Rajput. He is the headlines. So why don't you speak about Sushant Singh Rajput standing in front of the mirror? I think Sushant Singh Rajput deserves justice. The moment you start saying, you will find Sushant Singh Rajputer Nyay Pawa Uchit. You will not be able to find the word. That is when you will understand, I don't know the word. Nyay Pawa Uchit. What should I say? That is when the quest begins. What word? Which word? আমার বাড়ির সামনে আজকে একটা কুকুরকে গাড়ি চাপা দিয়েছে. Today in front of my house a dog was crashed by a car. No, doesn't sound nice. Let's search for the words. So pick up a topic, start speaking, you will know your own lacuna. And this is where working on the lacuna begins. You are the only person who can identify your shortcoming, your weaknesses. And remember, your weakness is your greatest strength as well. So you have to master this art of speaking in English by speaking to yourself in the mirror. Don't depend on Mashi, Pishi, Baba, Ma, Bondhu to noi. Okay? Because you know that I always tell my students, friends, if you omit the R, find, it becomes enemy. No, I am not propaganding any kind of venomous antagonism against friendship. But friendship is a very seasonal phenomenon. As long as the vibrations match, the self-interests match, friends remain friends. After that, friends are no more there. So you have to be your own mentor. You have to be your own guide. You have to be your own friend in your journey of learning English. Okay, so this much. Another thing that I would love to tell you, please don't go for those synonym antonym books. They don't help. Okay, the synonym antonym books won't help. Rather, you go for the Norman Lewis Word Power Made Easy. You can use a synonym antonym handbook that is in the second phase of the learning, not in the first phase. In the first phase, newspaper reading, listening to news, and Norman Lewis Word Power Made Easy. And last but not the least, storybook. You people have thrown storybook reading to the dustbin. You leave storybooks in the dustbin and you enter the classroom. This is not going to help. Because as a child, I remember the 98% of the day was devoted to storybooks. Previous time, I remember my teachers used to tell me that we got scolded by our parents for reading storybooks. During our study hours, we used to hide the storybook. Okay, as the parents entered the room, they saw it was the textbook, but actually inside cover it was the storybook. Nowadays, I don't find this zeal. Because students are getting addicted to WhatsApp. Students are getting addicted to mobile games. How will they feel attracted to storybooks? In our time, storybook was the only source of recreation, but nowadays social media has taken that stage. So you are not feeling attracted to storybooks. Please read storybooks. Many people say, why don't you read the same book again and again? Read the same book 10 times, 12 times. একটা বই 10 বার পড়া হলে it does not indicate that you know all the words of that book. You know all the usages. No, you don't. If I ask you from that book, you will not be able to answer a single question. So read the same book 10 times, 12 times. Okay? Don't blame your parents for not being able to buy you books. Rather, try to utilize the resource that you have at home. They're enough. And don't spend time on the social media. There are very good apps. The last point that I would love to harp on. If you really want to use internet effectively, there are many good apps on TOEFL and ESL and EFL. English as first language, English as second language, and TOEFL. You can register on those apps free of cost, and you will be able to get listening, speaking, reading, writing exercises from where you can practice. Your ears will be prone to listening to English and you will be able to reproduce better. So please do these things. In Google, there is a game called Scramble. You can play Scramble. Instead of playing Ludo King, instead of playing all those games that you have, Candy Crush Saga. Okay, Candy Crush Saga is only going to crush you after a few years. It is not going to give you any candy. So you can better go for Scramble, the word puzzle games. Right, the higher level ones. First you begin with the lower level. In this way, try to use your time effectively over internet. Don't waste your time over internet. Internet is a very effective source of learning if you are intent on doing so. But if you think that you are going to tell your parents that, okay, give me a Jio connection, I am going to use that, and then what you are doing on internet only you know. And you are afraid to show your parents your history, that what you have gone through. These things should not happen. Because I know students who are hiding their mobiles from their parents because they are afraid. Why? At our times, we did not have this facility of accessing internet. You are getting the opportunity, use it. Milk the opportunity to the best ability. So these are the points to jot down. Read newspaper, read storybook, read an article from the newspaper, that is even okay. Listen to news. Listen to YouTube videos. Motivational, inspirational videos have very good English content. Think in English, dream in English. Increase your vocabulary from these sources. Practice on the app. play scramble, maintain a diary of words, write a page of a diary every day. Come back after 6 months and tell me if you have improved or not. This is all I can say about spoken English. I've got many requests to make a video, but I don't know how to actually guide anyone on spoken English, because as I told you, there is no such linguistic fragment called spoken Bengali, spoken Hindi, spoken German, spoken French. Spoken English is the only term that we get to hear these days, because it is becoming essential and a mandate for the corporate sector and for all professional fields, irrespective of the origin. I could not speak English when I was a child. Who taught me spoken English? Willpower is a very important thing. If you want to speak good in English, if you want to speak fluently in English, the universe will conspire to help you do that. So please channelize your energy properly, develop your willpower. The rest will be done by the universe also. If you are really searching for words, universe is going to supply you with the words. I have seen this thing. Say today I am searching for a word. Tomorrow only in the newspaper I have seen, I just get that word. How? How do I come across that word? When I am searching for it? Because I was wanting. There was a deep desire in my heart. And the universe somewhere heard it. Now you will say, ma'am is talking mystic things, all rubbish. It is not rubbish. Without the help of the universe, if you read Secret by Rhonda Blind, you will know. Read the book Secret by Rhonda Blind and you will know. The conspiracy of universe is the greatest motivation and the greatest plan to make you reach your goal. Right? So develop that desire, and I hope you are going to achieve your end very quickly. 6 months is a long journey. 3 months is enough, and you will be able to develop a strong command over spoken English. And please get rid of this mania, this phobia, spoken English. English, that is the language. Try to master your command over that language. Spoken English will come naturally. And you know what is the difference between English and spoken English? In spoken English, don't worry about the grammar. If you are too much conscious about the grammar, you will never be able to speak. The English medium students who scare you away, they are having a very strong confidence. They speak many wrong words. They use many wrong words. But they keep on speaking. That is why they sound so confident. And you people, you know better grammar, but you cannot speak well. Because you are always lacking in confidence. And you are always thinking, I will go wrong. It is said, there is a proverb in English, do not anticipate a bridge before you cross it. So before you start speaking English, if you start, I will not be able to find the words, I will not be able to put it correctly, you will obviously fail. You will obviously stutter. I was reading an autobiography of a cricketer the last month. He said that when you are, there is a cricketer in Zimbabwe. He said that before any match, the night before any match, when I used to go to sleep, if I thought tomorrow's match is going to work out for me, 98% cases that match used to work out for him. But if he felt a single negative vibration, I am not going to make it, he used to be bowled out, or anyway he could not perform well. This negative vibration, it crushed his confidence. So be confident. Even if you are going haywire with your grammar, leave it. Keep speaking. Because as you speak, you will see the words will come. Confidence will grow. So please don't go into this bad habit of nurturing a low confidence. That is the main obstacle in your path of speaking good English. Many students who write extraordinary English cannot speak well. I have seen many scientists, they are writing good English. In my own area, I have seen this. But they cannot speak well because they are faltering in this confidence area. So please be confident. I think you will be able to speak far better than those people whom you think are better speakers than you are today. Mark this date, develop confidence, and you will excel those of whom you are scared today. I choose to end it now. Go through it, and if you are having any doubts, let me know. And if you want a picture of that book, Norman Lewis Word Power Made Easy, let me know in the comment box. I will share a picture after I get back to my workplace. It is in my workplace, it is not here. Okay, bye. Thank you.